Oh, hello.
Hello there. You started early this morning.
Yeah. Well, welcome back to another vlog, everyone. I'm back onto this wall as promised. We're going to get this finished and then we've got a really interesting job coming up. I don't want to stop too long because I kind of got it all on in one go so far, but I just thought I'd let you know I found a brilliant technique for getting water into these cracks.
What is it?
Well, it's a bottle of water and you go...
Oh, you sprinkle, okay.
So, there you go. I can't talk too long because this will dry, it's that hot.
I guess.
I did promise everyone that I'd finish this just before the hot time came, we'll say, the canicule. So, but I'll just do it anyway, it'll be fine.
It's gonna look fantastic once it's all done.
Oh yeah. Okay, there are going to be a bits to finish off. I know I said I'd finish it, but I'll finish this wall, but if you look up there, there's some bits that need finishing off and also a bit of joint on the front and also cleaning up of the corner. Everybody's been saying, how are you going to clean the corner? How are you going to clean the little teeth at the top? Of course, I've just not got onto it yet. But right now, I want to get this finished and then move on to the next job.
Et voilà.
Yep, that's all done. Just needs to dry off and then we'll scrape it off a bit later on. Still got that little kind of ledge to cover up, but it's not really enough mix now, so I'm going to get a fresh bag to do that. And when I do the retouches up top, I'll do that as well. On the old kind of comments point, somebody said, oh, you should be using this brush. Well, I did used to use brushes like this to scrape off the excess joint, but I stopped doing that. Firstly, because certain brushes used to leave a mark, kind of like a metal mark, and second of all, I don't like the finish that it gives on stone. If it was, I mean, even if it's on the joint of the little rubble stone, I don't like the kind of finishing touch.
It does look like a wire. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It looks like it's been scratched.
Yes, like a cat has put their claws.
Whereas this is a much kind of smoother joint.
It is very neat, yeah.
And the other thing is, if it's too wet, you can still scrape off with the trowel, the little trowel. But if it's too wet and you're using this, it gets clogged full of the joint and it's just a nightmare. So that is why
it's a personal choice.
Use these, yeah.
Yeah, personal preference.
I'm going to get this cleaned up now and then we're going to move on around the corner to another job. Okay, whilst waiting for that to dry around the corner, I want to get on to another really important job. That is not a stain above the door, that is the street number. Anna's going to show you how good the other street numbers look. We're going to get our street number back up to par. Okay, I'll tell you a little story. I went on Amazon, didn't I, Anna, trying to buy new numbers. I ordered the right numbers, so number 35 and number 2 for around the side. They looked beautiful and they looked about the right size and everything. When they arrived, they were this big, weren't they?
They were tiny.
Moral of the story, always check your sizes on Amazon because they take very good photos, some of the people. But, so we have some little plaques for memory, don't we? Let's get on with getting that off. I'll tell you what I found, that's an old telephone line going into the building.
Oh, well we don't need that, do we?
No.
Ooh, don't get too excited.
I'll deal with that in a second, but I need my glasses. I can't do it without my glasses.
Okay, 2 secs.
I'm going to get those bottom shutters on pretty quick because moving the neighbours' bins all the time gets right on my nerves, doesn't it, you, Anna?
It does, I just pushed them actually.
How dare they put them in front of our building?
I know.
Okay. So the joints were full of crud or old paint. With a little hammer tap, the screws seem to have come loose. There's a lot of stuff falling out of the back. I think it's all rust.
Yeah.
So there we go, that's the old number. You can see there's remnants of some old paint there. This is a really old house number because after they'd done this style, they then went to enamelled signs, which is what I ordered off the internet. So yeah, this is particularly old. Same with the one around the corner. I'll get that down in a minute, but I want to give this a quick brush up, and then hopefully I've got a real quick fix for this. With the rust, I think I'm going to put a mask on.
Good idea. That is looking good.
You like that?
Looking beautiful.
I'd have to say I haven't got every single last bit off it, but I'm quite meticulous when it comes to things like that. This is actually cast, and hitting on the sides I can see the rest of the kind of like bubbly bits as such, and bobbly. It's all actually part of the cast, so I can't get it any better than that. There is a little bit of paint left, paint residual left, but I think that'll be fine. And like I say, hopefully I've got a quick fix for this.
Have all sorts of goodies there.
Yeah, so first of all, I'm going to treat it with anti-rust, so we don't get any rust bubbling through. I mean, it's not been bubbly rust anyway, it's just been rusty rust, if that makes sense.
Quality rust.
Yeah, it's and then afterwards we've got the paints basically. I've got a blue, a dark blue. I couldn't get exactly what I was looking for blue wise, but I think that's quite,
That's nice.
pretty much the colour in the street. And it's a satin finish.
Nice.
And then a brilliant white finish for the lettering, well, the numbering.
I like that it's an English product.
Well, of course, English products are the best.
Oh.
Because I'm spray painting, I'm just going to move a little bit further away from the bifold doors.
I thought you were coming outside, but no, inside.
We do need to leave it to dry, but that's the back side. I couldn't care too much about the back side. It's not getting paint afterwards, it's just having that. So I want to get the front done because it's a 15-minute wait and you need to do a couple of coats of it, so let's get on the front side. It's going outside because I want to do the next one.
What a strong man.
Uh-oh, we've got a bit of a problem with this one, Anna.
Why?
It was already loose.
Oh.
Somebody could have had a nasty accident with that, falling on the head.
And knock some sense.
Yeah. Okay, let's get on with the work and we'll figure out what we're going to do up there after.
Okay then.
So, there is one thing here, is that I don't have any célément chimique, so the resin that we normally put in stone when we want to kind of secure something tightly on stone. And because I've touched these two numbers, if I put them back up and then they fall on somebody, that falls on me, not the council. Or whoever put the other numbers up. I don't really know how that works in France. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get to a stage where they're finished, but we'll let them kind of dry a bit, and then we'll put them up another day when we have the célément chimique, so the kind of resin to really hold them in place, and then I know nothing's going to happen. But this is quite interesting. Come have a look closer at this one, Anna. Can you see a little bit difference here?
Yeah, it's already speckled, no?
The only rust we have is there and here, and that's from these screws, yeah? This is actually, I think, smelter. Is that the right word, smelter? It's like a kind of alloy mix, and yeah, it doesn't rust.
So let's job with this one.
Yeah. Put in the comments if I got it wrong and it wasn't smelter and it's something else, but it does look like that. And maybe it's not the right word either, I don't know. Little bit of paint residue still to come off as well. Just in case there are any kind of nasty dust particles, especially lead paint or something like that, I'll pop this back on. So yeah, that one was a little bit easier.
Mm-hmm. You did it in no time.
Once again, same process. And a real good coat on the back because I don't really care too much about the back. It just needs to, I suppose it's not rusting on the stone anyway, but just decent coat on the back and then a light coat on the front.
You read my mind there.
Been married 15 years.
I know.
Well, in how many weeks?
Not long now, 2 weeks.
2 weeks we've been married 15 years, so I think I can read your mind by now. I know what I'm getting in trouble for later on otherwise. Just been around the corner. That joint still isn't dry. So we're going to have a late lunch, Anna, and just wanted to talk about these with you. These are just obviously metal screws.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want us to go to the shop and buy some brass screws so we don't have rust on them?
I like that they're the original ones, but I understand about the rust.
Yeah, you see, I think, if I'm looking around, I think all of a sudden they stopped using metal and they started using brass so you didn't have those nasty rust lines. And if I'm doing all this work on these numbers, then I think it's kind of in keeping and a good idea to have brass screws.
Fair enough.
We're not going to do that until next week anyway, so what do you guys think? Do you think we should put the original screws back, or do you think we should invest in brass screws so we don't have nasty rust marks? Kind of edging everyone towards one choice there.
Let us know.
Let us know in the comments, come on. Looking around at the signs and the numbers in the light of day, this seems like a slightly lighter blue. I'm after RAL 5022, this is RAL 5003. Not quite the same.
I don't think it's too far. It's like...
This is a marine blue,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd call the street signs and street numbers a royal blue, maybe, a
Yes.
bit darker.
Yes.
We'll give it a go. If it's no good, we can always go get another tin somewhere else, or it's just I was struggling in the shop to find anything that really was, you know, that exact colour. So
Edd and the neighbours. Just a quick chat of what's happening, what's going on. And they've color coordinated as well. Chatting with the neighbour, actually matching with the neighbour, you were color coordinating there.
yeah, he had the red top, I had the red shorts, I had the white top, he had the white shorts.
That was very sweet of him to say like it's changed so much.
Yeah, and we were talking about stone, and he was like, I can understand why you put that special plasterboard downstairs. He said it's humid everywhere here, you know, it just gets a lot of humidity coming out the stone, and we were talking about stones. So anyway, it's time to give these another coat. One quick coat, and then we're ready for the paint then.
There's a lot of shaking off going there, Ed.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that chat we had. I'm actually quite happy with how dry our stone is, because we've been in some of the neighbours' houses and they seem very damp, don't they, down on this level. Ours is actually really dry, so we're lucky.
So good job.
It's probably because we're on a corner, you know, and any humidity can just get out the stone.
Yeah.
Okay, one last light coat of anti-rust or anti-speckle, we'll say, for the other one. Okay. Those are no longer tacky, so we can go and paint them.
What a beautiful blue, Ed.
Well, yeah, I'm not very good at spray painting. Please don't have a go at me if you think I've done badly.
Well, it's a close-up, so no one can see how you're spray painting.
It's very hard with those numbers. I don't really want to do much more on that now, because I'm worried I'll get some kind of dribbles and things. So let's just leave it half an hour and give it another coat, because apparently it dries in half an hour. On to the next one. I think I'm better at it like this now.
I'm only doing a close-up, but let's zoom out. Yeah, you are.
Quick learner.
Looking good.
I think it's time to stop. I'm not trying to get any more on the top there, just on the sides. I hope that'll dry nicely and not with dribbles or anything. I'm going to do another coat after. Let's get the second coat on then. Let's have a look at these. I've had an hour to dry. I feel like we're ready. Okay, so I had a look around and the whole of the number has to be painted white and the whole of the rim on the outside has to be painted white. I'm not very good at finicky jobs like this, so we'll give it a go. Okay. Well, we had a bit of a disaster, so Anna's taking over.
Let's see if I can manage this. I know it's not ideal. It's not a good version. Never mind. I've finished one of the numbers, but I don't want to miss all the action here because I could hear you scratching.
Yeah, I think it's horses for courses, isn't it? I got that paintbrush and straight away dribbled a load of white paint on that, didn't I? So
It's okay. This is looking fantastic.
I had to get onto it because, as you can see, parts of it are dry.
Yeah.
What's that retouch doing there?
And I'm gonna have to continue with the numbers, otherwise it's gonna be a very, very long day.
Yeah, I'm just gonna clear up here. Let's go and see the finished numbers.
We don't want to ruin anything.
No. Well, we learned a couple of things there, didn't we?
We did.
First of all, I'm not the best at painting.
You are very good at painting, but that was tiny and the brushes weren't great.
Oh yeah, that was the second thing. The second thing is, do not buy those little brushes from Leroy Merlin.
Nope.
They're expensive and not particularly good. So all we need to do now is give it another second coat of the white paint, and then we'll be ready to put them back up. I think they're looking stunning right now. What do you think, Anna?
I think they're looking really good, yes.
But they're going to look even better with a decent brush. Might have to. You said that Emma's brushes are better than these, so we might have to.
Yes.
We might have to steal some of Emma's brushes. So yeah, we're going to get these right. Please feel free to put in the comments. Oh, what an awful job of painting you've done. I can see the rough edges. More comments, better for us, so that's fine. But give us a thumbs up because we're giving a lot of effort. And don't forget to ring that bell. See you all next time.
See you soon.